Alright, I'm back with another mukbang. I don't know how to say it, but I'm back and I'm gonna eat with you. Kind of enjoyed it the first time. I didn't think I would, but I kind of did. So I've been tossing back and forth the idea of having a cheat meal, and I decided that I was not going to get pizza like I had planned on, but I did order something from a pizza place to kind of make it feel like a treat. It's something that I don't do often. So this is what I got. It's the lunch special. It's a salad. It's called the Tuscan grilled chicken salad. And it comes with a breadstick. And I got blue cheese dressing. And I'll show you. I was told last time that I needed to show my food, so I'm trying a different setup. It's not perfect yet, but it's better. So here's what I got. I'll show you what I'm gonna eat, and then I'll get eating, and then I wrote down 25 questions, the about me questions. So if you want to know something else about me, you can ask me anything and leave it in the comments below, and the next time I do one of these, I will answer the questions. I just got these off the internet. They're just generic questions, so I'll show you what I'm gonna eat, and then a breadstick. And then in here is red onion, tomatoes, green peppers, banana peppers, which are my favorite, mozzarella, cheddar cheese, there's chicken underneath there somewhere, and of course lettuce, and also black olives. So I'm gonna do my best to show it as I eat it. I don't know that I'm gonna eat all of this on camera, but I'll eat it and answer the questions and have a little chit chat with you all, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, I also got a Diet Pepsi. I was good. I did not get my regular Pepsi that I'm addicted to, so that's a big improvement. It's not bad. I'm not a big fan of Diet Pop, but it's kind of a treat thing, so. And I didn't want to do the regular soda, so there's that. I know this isn't the best dressing, but like I said, this is better for me than a pizza. And it still feels like I'm indulging a little bit. So, does anyone else like need to get all the little drippings out of the dressing packet? Did I drip? I don't know. I'll probably see when I go back and edit this if I dripped. First bite. Delicious. So it's been pretty hot here lately. It's funny because I talk to people that live in like Texas, and they're used to temperatures over 100 degrees on a regular basis. But here we're not used to very hot weather. It's always warm, but we're not used to like 90s for an extended period of time. So tomorrow they've issued a heat advisory because it's going to be 92 degrees. So but then after tomorrow it's supposed to cool back down into the, I think, low 80s, upper 70s. So trying not to watch myself as much in the viewfinder. And just focus on eating. That's a big bite. Okay, so the first question on the list is, are you named after anyone? And I sort of am, but then I'm sort of not. My mom really liked the actress Jennifer Jones, and I think she was like a 1950s actress, and she always thought that if she had ever had a child, she wanted her to be named Jennifer. And she thought that even before she met my dad, or even before she knew she was pregnant. And then my middle name is Gwen Ann. So my mom took a combination of my dad's name and her name and put them together. So that's how I was named. When was the last time you cried? Last night. I made the video about toxic people, still dealing with that, but doing better. So, but I still cried last night. Do you have any kids? I do not have any kids, unless you consider my kitties my kids, which I do, so. If you were someone else, would you be your friend? I think I would. I consider myself a good person. I think we all have flaws. But for the most part, I think I'm a good person. When I'm friends with someone, I try to do everything in my power to show them that I care about them. Sometimes I even go beyond what I should, but that's just a part of who I am. Do you use sarcasm a lot? Wow. To people that I know really well, like my friends, my close friends, yes, I'm a very sarcastic person. I try not to take life or anything too seriously. Just like my weight, for example. I joke around a lot about my weight, not in a bad way, but I know it's a serious issue. But sometimes if you don't make light of serious issues, it will get you down and depress you. And I think also I don't get offended very easily when people make comments about my weight. It depends on how they make the comment. Like if it's just mean, sure, it's gonna sting, but in general I don't get really upset at people when they say something about my weight. But yes, I'm a very sarcastic person around people that I know pretty well. What is the first thing you notice about someone? Well, physically I would have to say it's their eyes. Your eyes say a lot about you. So that would be physically. As far as just the person themselves, I've mentioned this before, I'm an empath. So when I meet somebody or I'm around them, I can automatically sense a lot about them. I mean, I'm not saying like I know everything about them, but I can feel like if they're a good person, if they have positive energy or negative energy. So one of the first things I sense about them is if they're positive and upbeat, and how their mood is and how their attitude is. Next is, what is your eye color? I know it's hard to tell in these videos because sometimes the videos make my eyes look blue, but they're not blue. I don't know if you can see, my eyes are green. And depending on my mood, the deeper green they are or the lighter green they are. Okay. Way too big a bite. Scary movie or happy endings? That depends on my mood, but I love scary movies. I love anything about hauntings and paranormal. That's my jam. Sometimes happy endings are kind of boring because they just are predictable, and sometimes they're not a reality, because a lot of times life is not about happy endings. So I would have to say scary movies. What is the furthest away from you've been from home? Well, sadly enough, I've never been that far away from home. I've only been in the tri-state area. I've never traveled extensively. I would love to, but I just haven't. Okay, I'm not going to take that big a bite again. And I have an extra dressing I'm going to use. I think it came with the Caesar dressing and I ordered blue cheese. So I know that's wrong. Like I said, this is kind of my cheat meal, so I'm okay with it. This is very good. I love salad. Next question is, what is your favorite smells? My all-time favorite smell is men's cologne. I think men smell so good. A breadstick isn't very good. Other than that, of course, fruit smells. I love like pumpkin pie, pumpkin scents. Baby powder. Those are some of my favorite scents. Next, what are my hobbies? Well, right now I'm really enjoying making YouTube videos. I consider that a hobby. It's something to occupy my time. It lets me vent, kind of like therapy for me, but it's also a good hobby. I also like to crochet. I love to read. I'm not a very big TV or movie person. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 cats. That I consider my children. Who was your first best friend? My very first best friend has been my best friend my entire life. And I'm very fortunate to have had her in my life my entire life. We met, her brother and I are the same age, and she's a couple years younger than me. And our moms were PTA homeroom moms together because her and her brother, her brother and me were in the same grade. So our parents would hang out. So we started hanging out, and of course, I didn't have much in common with the boy, so her and I hung out, and we've been best friends ever since I was about 5 and she was about 3. She lives in another town, so I don't get to see her quite as often as I would like, but we still keep in touch and we are still best friends. I need to get another napkin, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. More napkins. And I am ready to finish eating. That's what I have left so far. Alright, so the next question. How many countries have I visited? Well, I think that I summed it up when I said I've only been in the tri-state area. So, I've only been to the United States. How tall am I? I used to think I was taller for some reason, but I am only 5'5", which is shocking. So, 5'5". What do I want to be when I grow up? That's a loaded question. When I was in high school, I always wanted to be a nurse. I love anything medical related, like in real life and TVs. I love Grey's Anatomy. When I was in high school, I took a nursing assistance class, so I became a licensed certified nursing assistant. I just never did anything with it, never recertified, so I lost that certification. But if I had gotten my act together and my life would have been a little bit different, I wanted to go to nursing school. When I went back to college 5 years ago, I was taking social services because I wanted to be a social worker. I still would like to pursue, as soon as I get myself straightened up, my health back, I would love to be an addiction counselor, like for drugs and alcohol. because it's something that's really touched my life for all through my life, being an addict myself and growing up with an addict, an alcoholic grandfather, and there have been many people in my life that have been addicts, so it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. What was your favorite and worst subject in school? Well, I didn't really have a very positive school experience. After I hit middle school, I was going through a lot of issues at home, family stuff. So none of my subjects were actually my favorite, but I love numbers. I love math. I also love history. I love learning about people from history, places. I love that. My least favorite subject was always English. Although when I went to college, I loved English because I got to take a writing course, creative writing, and I love to write. So it's kind of like it doesn't make sense how I can love to write but hate English. I like to write in my style of writing. I don't want to use proper English, so that's why I never liked English. What is my favorite drink? I'm not really a drinker as an alcohol. If I was to drink alcohol, my favorite drink is whiskey sour. I love the taste of a whiskey sour, and I like whiskey if I was gonna drink. As far as non-alcoholic, Pepsi is my favorite drink. Also just plain water. And the last question is, who are some of my favorite YouTubers? Well, I have two different categories of favorite YouTubers. Like, people I consider kind of celebrity YouTubers, and then favorite YouTubers that I consider like normal people YouTubers. So as far as celebrity YouTubers, I love the Shaytards. There's a new channel that I've been watching called Darcy Isabella, and she's a minimalist. Also, Fathering Autism. It's a couple that have 2 children, a teenage son and a teenage daughter, and the daughter has autism. I love their videos. Also, let's see. Who else do I watch? I'm drawing a blank now who I watch. I watch a lot of YouTube. As far as the real people, Tasha is one of my favorites. I love her videos. I'm just drawing a blank now. Jumping back to people I consider like celebrity YouTubers, I used to love Daily Bumps, but here of late they've switched their format to all endorsed videos and themed videos. I really loved them when they were just daily vloggers, but they're no longer daily vlogging. So I also love Cullen and Katie. They're kind of daily vloggers still. Oh, and another one is the Fairly Local Vegan. She has a lot of great content. She's a minimalist and vegan. I just missed my mouth again. There is one more. What is your favorite TV show? Well, as I had mentioned before, I don't own a TV anymore. So everything I watch is on the internet, like YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, those services. What I do watch, that was kind of a new show. I'm pretty sure it's the season finale. I still have a season to catch up on. Is Scandal. Olivia Pope is like my spirit animal. She's like a campaign manager for the president when he's elected, and she ends up having an affair with him. But she is like kick-ass. She is powerful and she knows what she wants and she's driven. I just love her. So it was kind of like a drama kind of show. On Netflix, I love Orange is the New Black, which will be out. The new season will be out at the end of July. Santa Clarita Diet with Drew Barrymore. Excuse me, that was not pretty or ladylike. Anne with an E. That season comes out in a few days. The new season. But more than TV, I'm really into podcasts. And I finished it. I'll do a video sometime about my favorite podcasts, but a couple of my favorite are, it's called The Enlightened Empaths, and another one called The Psychic Teachers, and one called The Vanished. The Vanished is really good. The woman who does the podcast, she tells you all about missing people cases. It's really interesting. And my cat's here again. I'm surprised I didn't get any nasty comments about my cat before. But alright, so I finished it all. I didn't think I was going to. All done. So, thank you all for sharing a meal with me. It was kind of more interesting than an apple and a banana. You got to see me shove a lot of food in my mouth. So, I will see you all next time.